This is Super Saiyan 7 Cinders. And today I have a Doctor Who discussion video of sorts. Um, in The Magician's Apprentice, we get the scene with 12th Doctor in with Davros. And Davros is playing scenes from past Doctors. And the most important of these scenes is this one right here.
Someone who knew the future pointed out a child to you and told you that that child would grow up totally evil, to be a ruthless dictator who would destroy millions of lives. Could you then kill that child?
You must complete your mission for the Time Lords.
Do I have the right? Simply touch one wire against the other, and that's it. The daleks cease to exist. Hundreds of millions of people, thousands of generations can live without fear, in peace, and never even know the word Dalek. But if I kill, wipe out a whole intelligent life form, then I become like them. I'd be no better than the Daleks.
And that is really kind of the dilemma the 12th Doctor is facing. Is exactly the hypothetical that the 4th Doctor puts forward. Of course, the 4th Doctor is also facing a very similar situation. He's not going to kill Davros, but he's facing whether or not to blow up every single Dalek Davros has created and stop Davros' plan of creating the Daleks in his tracks there. And he doesn't want to do it. He's afraid to do it because he doesn't want to be like the Daleks. Now, last season, season 8, we get this recurring question from the Doctor. Am I a good man? And we get thrust with this episode, very beginning of season 9. And we're still trying to address this issue. Is the Doctor a good man? He still doesn't know the answer to that. And now he's stuck facing his biggest dilemma all over again in a very different way. And so we get to see at the beginning of the episode where he comes to this kid, he's going to rescue this kid, and he finds out this kid is Davros. Now, like the 4th Doctor poses, if you're from the future and you know this kid is going to be evil, could you kill him? Now, the Doctor runs away. He doesn't kill him, but he doesn't save him. He runs away from the situation. Davros survives. We don't know how yet, but he survives. And the Doctor, in the future, again, is now confronted with the dying Davros, who remembers what the Doctor did, and of course then kills Missy and Clara, trying to make the Doctor admit compassion, loses in the end to hatred and the search for power. And in the process of this, you've got the 4th Doctor saying it's on the wires. Do I have the right to do this? If I do this, I'm just like the Daleks. Now, the 12th Doctor, according to himself, is supposed to be the Doctor to fix the mistakes of the previous Doctors. So, is what the 4th Doctor did a mistake? Or is there another route that's the mistake he has to fix? So, I want to look at two previous events that happened to the Doctor that really have got me thinking here about just how is this playing out, especially with the ending of The Magician's Apprentice, where the Doctor is about to actually kill Davros. First, we want to go to the Ninth Doctor when he faces what he believes to be the last Dalek in existence. Of course, the Dalek believes he's the last Dalek in existence.
If you want orders, follow this one. Kill yourself. The Daleks must survive! The Daleks have failed! Why don't you finish the job and make the Daleks extinct? Rid the universe of your filth! Why don't you just die? You would make a good Dalek.
And the Dalek says that to him, and he's caught. The Ninth Doctor is completely shocked and caught off guard by that statement. You would make a good Dalek. His hatred of the Daleks has grown so much. He relishes in the thought of them being gone, there being no more Daleks left. That's what a Dalek is like. It wants to see everything else gone. It relishes in the thought of there being no other beings beyond the Daleks. And then, of course, we get to last season, and we get the episode called Dalek. And of course, the Doctor goes inside the Dalek, and supposedly the Dalek is screwed up, it's sick or something, and it's acting good. And then they fix the Dalek, which turns it bad again, turns it back to normal. And then the Doctor tries to recreate the event that made it good. And in doing so, makes it a little bit different than even it was before he got in there to fix it. Because it saw hatred in the Doctor.
Picture him in a good Dalek. I am not a good Dalek. You are a good Dalek.
And now the statement has gone even further. It's not you would make a good Dalek. You are a good Dalek. The hatred the Doctor breeds, specifically towards the Daleks, causes him to be pretty much like a Dalek. So now, at the end of Magician's Apprentice, heading into The Witch's Familiar, will the Doctor be a good man or a Dalek? Will he be the Doctor, the man who heals, the man who rescues? You saw the season 9 trailer. He's the man who rescues people. Is he really that man? Or is he a killer, like a Dalek? Does his rescuing people come at such a high cost? And we see that over and over and over again. Even the 10th Doctor has to face this reality when at the end, in the episode The End of Time Part 2, he acknowledges, well, Wilfred tries to give him a gun to kill the Master, and he acknowledges that's how the Master got started. And he says, I'm not innocent. I've killed people. In fact, I got even worse. I became so smart, I could trick people into killing themselves. So he admits in some ways he is like the Master, and even worse. Not that he tries to be, but sometimes that's just how it is. And of course, we've got this issue of the Doctor's face, and the dilemma of why does the 12th Doctor have the face he has? The face that we've seen twice between Doctor Who and Torchwood. The face of a man that 10th Doctor rescued. Almost against his will, but with the man that he rescued to stop an event from being a total disaster, to the man who causes the death of other people, but also who kills himself in the process, who the Doctor doesn't save because of the wickedness of that man. And again, who is the Doctor? Is he the man that saves? The man that doesn't save? Is he the man that, as the 10th Doctor also says, I am the Time Lord victorious. I get to make the rules. I get to decide who lives and dies. And honestly, sometimes the Doctor is that way. Even if it's not really what his intention is. Like in that episode, to decide, I'm going to save this person, whether they want to be saved or not, whether it's going to affect history or not, I'm going to save this person. And he's admitted, I do that in smaller ways all the time. When it's not a fixed point, when it's not something that's going to completely change history. So this is the struggle of the Doctor, who the Doctor is. And this episode really sets up a good portrayal and sets up to finally bring about the answer for the 12th Doctor. Is he a good man? And of course, does he have the right to take someone's life to prevent the loss of many, many other lives? Again, something he has done before, over and over again. He has taken the lives of beings, of entities, to prevent the loss of many other lives. But he's never committed genocide before. He's never done something on such a scale as completely eliminating the Daleks from existence. He almost did, once. And what does the 9th Doctor do? He wants to forget that Doctor. The 10th Doctor wants to forget that Doctor. The 11th Doctor starts off trying to forget that Doctor ever existed. Not even wanting, and forgiving himself for having been that Doctor. The War Doctor. Who was willing to make the decision to destroy all the Daleks and all the Time Lords to end the Time War. He was going to eliminate 2 entire races for the sake of the rest of the universe. He never wanted to make that decision again, and yet he's come so close to it. And he's faced with that decision now. And that's really what makes this episode, and probably the next episode, such good episodes, is this is really hitting to the core of the struggle for the identity of who the Doctor is. This is Super Saiyan 7 Cinders. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please let me know what you think of my thoughts in the comments. I hope you'll like the video. If you have not done so yet, I hope you will subscribe to my channel, and we will see you again later.